Should you want your cake and eat it? Should you have your cake and eat it? That's what this one's about. How much should you expect? How high should your goals and expectations be? The thought I want to share with you is, if you're not aiming for everything, if you're not feeling that anything is possible for you, I'm not just talking about materially, I'm talking about materially, non-materially, physically, energetically, emotionally, or in your real physical world, in every respect. You have to feel everything is possible. You have to believe and understand that we live in an abundant world. There's a lot said about manifestation and the law of attraction, and with anything that gets really popularized, we always have a challenge of understanding the truth, the principles of how it works rather than the hype, identifying experts and people who've really studied it and experienced these things. And law of attraction and manifestation are very, very much huge examples of that. So one of the people that I invite you to look at is someone who is a huge mentor in my life, Dr. Joe Dispenza. That's Dispenza or ZA. Greg Braden, that's with 2 G's, and Bruce Lipton. These are amongst the people who are credible. There's scientific research they've got different backgrounds. Certainly Joe Dispenza has a body of work. Look at that. Avoid a lot of the hypey stuff. There will be some young people who are got amazing results in their lives, but I would look at first, make sure they've got the results, and then look at the substance and do they understand the method and science behind it. Or it could be not young people as well. But anyway, back to abundance. Feel everything is possible for you. Feel anything is possible for you. Joe Dispenza talks about leaving your past behind and creating your life from possibility, infinite possibility of the future. Now that can sound very cliched. The dear, incredible Wayne Dyer, who I really suggest you look up. He has an incredible body of work, whether you like to read, listen, watch. Phenomenal, incredible man, very wise with incredible experience. He talks about, I think this is referencing someone else's analogy, a speedboat or a boat and the wake of that boat. Now, if you travel like with an airplane, I guess it's no different. It leaves a trail. We look in the sky, we'll see a trail of smoke of where it's been, and there's no smoke, of course, in front of it. That smoke or the wake, the trail in the water of the boat has no bearing on the next millisecond, the next second, the next minute, or the next hour of that plane or boat. They are evidence of where it's been. It's a trail. And the trail, snail is the same thing. The trail that the snail has left has no correlation with where it's going to go. It cannot tell you where it's going to go. Your life is the same. And this has been a big learning for me. Wayne Dyer invites us and puts it beautifully in his 10 Laws of Intention video. Look that up. He says, be prepared to let go of your personal history. Are you prepared to let go of your personal history? Are you prepared to stop telling yourselves the same things, making the same complaints, having the same story? You have a choice over, do you complain about your husband or wife or girlfriend or ex or boyfriend? Do you complain about your kids? Do you complain about your upbringing? Do you complain about your education, the way you grew up, something awful that might have happened in the past? All of that may be factual and valid, But you have a choice of whether that is in your trail or your wake, or whether that's in your future. You hold the controls. The rudder of that boat is in your hands, and that boat is your life. You're the pilot of your plane, my friend. You have a choice. Seize your power, and a big part in today's message of seizing your power is believing that anything is possible. As I record this, I'm in the beautiful outdoors, part of my morning routine. I cherish it dearly. Connect with nature, and you'll find a lot of the top people and experts tell you about connecting with nature. Meditation's gone crazy. Whether you know it or not, you're connecting with nature. If not physically, you could do it outside. Even if you do it indoors, you're connecting with the universe and energetic fields. You're connecting with nature, in my view. So connect with nature, because nature is abundance. When you take a breath and breathe out, do you worry about your next breath? No. Deepak Chopra, how have I not mentioned him yet? The master of all of this. Great, incredible influence on my life. When you go to a beach, is it possible to count the grains of sand? In a lake or the ocean, take a cup of water or try and empty it. You'll be there a heck of a long time. A lifetime, maybe longer, as the famous quote goes. All of these, it's taken me years to get this, are examples of abundance. So abundance is not something, abundance is the way. A lovely Wayne Dyer quote is, he's paraphrasing someone else, is, it's not finding the way to happiness, happiness is the way. In the same way, you don't need to look for abundance. Abundance is reality. We can't not live in abundance. You can't count the number of grains of sand, or the number of drops in the ocean, or the leaves on a tree, or the breaths that you can take. There's enough air for you to take infinite breaths in the world, as long as we leave the nature and trees alone to give us the oxygen. We live in abundance. We live in the infinite. Now there's a more advanced level of this, which links to recognition of your ego, and how the stronger your ego is, the less you're able to recognize and live in abundance. That's for another one. But for now, think about whether you are acting like a beggar when you have an open safe in front of you, which is effectively what we're doing when we don't believe in abundance. Do you take a very short breath, worried that you're not going to get enough breath? Ridiculous. And when we don't live in abundance, the way we live is as ridiculous as that. Speaking from experience, I am switching from my wake and my letting go of my personal history to creating my reality the way I want. That's what I'm here to help you to do. Anything is possible. I know that can sound cliche, but given what we've chatted about today, I hope you see the substance and the method and thinking and the route to that. I've touched on and scratched the surface of a lot of things. But sometimes we think something's possible, but not for us. It's all right for him, it's all right for them, it's all right for her. But I don't have any money. My parents were cruel to me growing up. I don't have connections. I didn't go to the right school. Blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. I live in a quiet, nowhere, not recognized part of the world or city or village. I don't live in a successful or thriving country. All of these are choices, whether you believe them or not. Of course, you live where you do, and there's lots of other pieces I've done on that. But don't let that determine your future. Don't find excuses to limit yourself. You are amazing. You are unlimited. You are abundant. I love you.